All right, yo. Oh man, hold on. What's going on, y'all? This is Sinclair and Robert. We're right here with another episode. This is our third episode already. So knocking out these episodes. It's kind of cool, like it already in our third episode. But what's going on, guys? Hope you guys had a good weekend. Pretty much today, what we're gonna be talking about is hacks. We're gonna be talking about some chip shortage, how that could maybe invest in it. Also look at Bitcoin and the traditional market and see what's going on right now, how the weekend has been. As far as like crypto and the upcoming week for the traditional stock market. But I'm Sinclair crypto. I've been in Hex for about 3 years. That's my main investment. I like to do the long-term investments, not so more so trading and stuff. But yeah, pretty much been in it since last year and then crypto in last year and learned a lot so far. But also I want to give you guys the information as what I'm learning and Robert as well. So Robert, how about yourself?
Robert Prince from fearlesstraders.com. I've been doing stock market for 5 years. My main focus is swing trading, and I do day trading as well. And yeah, I'm gonna give you guys some tips, how to analyze a stock, how to do some technical analysis, stuff like that. I'm getting into crypto as well, so Sinclair's helping me out with that. So, I'm learning with you guys as well.
That's right. That's right. Always, even if you're a teacher, you're still learning. That's how you perfect your craft, pretty much, and whatever it is that you're doing. So pretty much, I want to get into to some hacks real quick. Like there was a big pullback, so hopefully you caught the dip. If you haven't caught the dip, then you still have an opportunity to. So right now, hacks. Let me pull up my screen. It's trading at what is it? At a 39, it's worth 39 cents right now. So
and I'm gonna show you my chart as well, how I got it set up.
Okay.
Once you're done.
There we go. All right. So yeah, this is pretty much what it's looking like right now. We got Bitcoin at 45K. Still trying to get back up to that 50K. And this could be the dead cat. The dead cat bounce could already happen, and this pretty much could be down from here. Who knows? You got a lot of people saying that could hit 20K. Some people saying 10K, like Richard Hart. Then you got a lot of other people more optimistic, like people like BitBoy Crypto saying that Bitcoin could still go to 100K this year or 150K. Who knows? Is that happening? Is it going to be likely? I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. I personally think that Bitcoin will continue to drop down before it goes up again to reach more all-time highs. But right now, 66K looks like that was the top this year of Bitcoin. And next year it may reach an all-time high. But I think as far as this year, I think that's pretty much it. And if you're getting Bitcoin now, not financial advice, but you may want to wait a little bit to see how this plays out. Because if it doesn't go over 50K, then I think is down from here. So you got Ethereum right now at 3,300. It's still, people are waiting for it to get back to that level of 4,000, but we tapped it for a little bit. Was 2 weeks ago, but dipping down again. But then again, you got to really think about it. Ethereum is correlated with Bitcoin. There's a lot of other cryptocurrencies like Hex, which I'm about to talk about right now, and that's not correlated with Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's really not. There's a lot of times when Bitcoin is dumping, Hex is pumping. So just definitely want to check that out. But yeah, we got Hex number 3, crypto, and we're going to talk about this number 3, and this position that we're at, and also compare it to CoinMarketCap's position, because there was a lot of shadiness that happened. Well, it's been happening for a while already, but it kind of got exposed. I think it was this past Thursday or Wednesday. So we're going to talk about that. But yeah, we got Hex right here at 39 cents. So like I said, this is a good price to get in if you've been waiting for a little dip. But yeah, not financial advice. Do your own research before you invest in anything. So yeah, how do you think this crypto market is looking right now before we get into this CoinMarketCap topic?
Yes, look, it's looking pretty bearish right now. There was news that El Salvador accepted Bitcoin as its official country's currency. So it's pretty much like buy the rumor, sell the news.
Mm-hmm.
And you know it dumped pretty much as soon as the news came out. So
Yeah.
and I'm gonna show you guys my chart real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, before you pull that up, yeah, it's crazy because El Salvador they just bought, I think it was like 200 Bitcoin or whatever it was, and that was when Bitcoin was like 50K or 50 like 51K, and pretty much the day after that, that's when it started to dump. And I remember there was like on Twitter they were like, "Hey, everybody buy like a certain amount of BTC." I forgot what it was. It was probably like 0.002 BTC or whatever. I forgot, but or maybe it was a dollar amount. And it was like, yeah, this is pretty much Bitcoin El Salvador Day. Everybody buy Bitcoin to support it, but you got to really think about it. When people are saying to buy something, it's more like a fake out. You know what I mean? And then pretty much everybody sold at that time. It's also like when Elon went to Saturday Night Live, they were like, yo, Elon is going, yeah, he's going on Saturday Night Live. Everybody buy Doge. And then the day of him going on Saturday Night Live, you'll think the price of Doge would have went up. Nope, it went down on that day. So whenever there's some type of like big event or whatever, and people are saying like that's a good time to buy, it's usually a fake out the other way. Mm-hmm.
And same thing with stocks. Like a lot of times, if we know that a news event or some kind of conference is coming out, we buy like weeks or months before that news will come out. It's called a run up play, because people usually always sell in the news, like especially like big banks and hedge funds. They'll buy when it's really low, right? And then they'll use that news to pump the stock up and sell to the public.
Yep. That's right. And I got caught up like that too before when I first got into crypto. You know, I bought this one coin. They're like, yeah, this is going to be the YouTube of cryptocurrency. You know what I mean? All decentralized content that you put online. And, you know, I think it was called the Hyper Network or the How Do Network or something like that. And yeah, right when I got in, when the crypto, I'm not going to even give him any air, and you know, but when he promoted that online, I'm new to crypto. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be the thing that's pumping. He's making videos about it, and then I bought into it, and then like a couple weeks after, my portfolio in that certain coin was down like 50% or whatever it was. So you know what I mean? Yeah, you just yeah. If they're talking about it, usually you want to look the other way and go to something or invest in something that nobody's really talking about. All right. Yeah. So, all right. So you said you got something you want to pull up? A chart? Yeah. Okay. It's burning up in here, man. I had to put the AC off because it makes too much noise when I'm recording. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna pull up.
Like out here, the heat is different. It's like a dry heat. It's not like humid where you're at though, so it's not that bad.
Oh yeah, it's really humid down here.
Right.
Can you see my chart?
Yeah, I got it up.
Okay. So as you can see, like Ethereum, it follows Bitcoin, and it looks like it's forming a double top, which is it's technical analysis, right? Double top hits the resistance twice. Let me draw my line. It hits resistance twice and then it goes down. But like if you want to buy in, I will wait over this line over here before I would buy. And I'm gonna pull up Bitcoin. Yeah, same thing here. And it's forming a lower high, which is a bearish signal. It's doing a downtrend basically.
Yep.
And you don't want to buy in a downtrend. So I would wait for it to break out over here, or if you want to be more safe, you know, form a new high, right? If it forms a new high, that's a bullish signal to buy in. So it's not financial advice, it's just technical analysis. I'm just showing you what I learned over the years. And Hex, I'm gonna pull up Hex. So Hex is yeah. So all these lines, they're Fibonacci lines, and if you don't know what that is, it's just like a mathematical calculation, and it's used on. It's like a sequence. It's kind of hard to explain.
Mhm.
But anyways, like
I
I have
did. Yeah.
I, I
Mhm.
have my. This is a Fibonacci fan, and these are Fibonacci arcs. And you want to look for like confluence, right? When all these lines when they converge, it's called confluence, right? And it just gives you like a signal, and it's higher probability when multiple indicators they're looking at the same thing, right? Or they're joining lines, and this is confluence right here,
Mm.
where I circled like when the lines are crossing, right? This trend line and the Fibonacci spiral and the Fibonacci fan, they're all hitting the same line, right?
Mm.
So it's more likely that eventually it's going to hit this price and then it'll bounce up and hit around this area. But I'm banking on that, it'll keep following this trend line for some bullish movement.
Mm.
And you see how like it dipped around this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it breaks out, right, that's a good. It breaks out over here. That's a good signal.
Okay.
hmm But
So,
but
uh-huh.
you want it to hold over 0.61 Fibonacci, because that, like, for continuations for uptrends, 0.61 is usually an important area, right? For its continue. So you want this line to definitely hold.
0.61. What is that line specifically? That's
It's I'm gonna see if I could pull up
mhm.
the Fibonacci explanation.
Okay. Is that like that's not like the sweet spot, right? Where it's like pink on the like where it shows like the color charts?
Oh,
Uh,
what do you mean?
Like there's like this Fibonacci like color chart. I don't know, it has like different colors, and like the
hmm
middle part I believe is like pink. Is that like the same thing where the I'm yeah,
Um,
I'm
I,
probably confusing it with something else.
yeah, there's a lot of like Fibonacci
Uh-huh.
stuff. So the
Okay.
the the colors are usually just how you uh how you have it set up.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Like
okay.
like like I take the colors out,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I know what you're talking about.
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it up right now.
All right, gotcha.
Okay. You see right here, the key Fibonacci ratio of 61.8 is found by dividing one number in the series by the number that follows it. Anyways, it's just saying it's pretty much a key area, right? You don't want it to dip below that. For continuations of uptrends,
Mhm.
it usually has to stay above that line.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
And you'll see right here too.
Mhm.
So usually, like when you set up a Fibonacci, you start from the bottom and then you put it to the top area. So this
Mm.
top, bottom, and it'll automatically give you these numbers over here, right? So 0, 100, and then it'll give you the Fibonacci lines over here.
Okay.
So so you see right here, if it
Mhm.
like you want it to bounce up from here for like a bullish continuation, and I could just draw a trend line here as well, and it'll
And that's a course pretty much. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
And usually below 61 or below 50, that's when I usually sell whatever I'm holding. As I sell it for a loss. Like, you don't want to keep holding something if you're trading. If you're swing trading, day trading, if you're doing like short term, I would sell it for a loss here and look in to buy lower.
Mm.
So, like, if you're in a trading, definitely use Fibonacci retracements because everybody's using it, right? You want to use what other people are using. You want to see what other people are seeing, because what makes charts powerful is everybody's looking at the same thing, right? Okay, it's going to reverse here. So people are going to be buying at this area, right? You want to buy what other people are buying and what other people are seeing. So I use some of the most popular indicators, and I'll show you that in 1 second. I'm going to change my screen again.
Okay. Got you.
Um, okay, I'm gonna take all this stuff out. I'm gonna do another chart. Matter of fact, say Bitcoin. I'll just take all this stuff. So, like, one of the most popular indicators is RSI. I'm looking. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Relative Strength Index. That's what I want right there. And basically, RSI is, I don't know what it's showing. Okay, there it goes. So RSI basically tells you when a stock is overbought or oversold, right? If it's overbought, chances are likely that it's going to go down soon. And if it's oversold, which means it's too low, oversold, too low, overbought, too high. So you want to look for signals like that, right? Oversold, which is below this 30, and overbought, which is above 70. If it's usually above this line, I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to look to be selling for some profit. And if it's below this line, I'm going to be looking for some buying opportunities, right?
Mm-hmm.
And another thing I do is I look for something called bullish divergence. From like I'm a long trader, so long traders, we usually buy the stock, right? And there's people that short stocks, which is they look to profit when the stock goes down. Like they'll short from here and then they'll buy back here. So there's two sides to trading. So I focus on the long side because shorting has a lot of risk. Like if you short overnight and the stock goes up 2,000%, you're gonna lose a lot of money. So I don't recommend shorting unless you're like day trading and you have years and years of experience. So never, and you see stories of people just losing a lot of money shorting. And same thing with GameStop. The hedge funds, they pretty much lost a lot of money trying to short GameStop. I'm pretty sure people are familiar with that story.
Yep.
So like what I was saying about the RSI Bullish Divergence, you'll see this line, right? It's going up, but this is pretty much the same. This is support, right? Support is an area where people are buying. The stock goes here and it bounces up. So I like to look for areas like this, right? For swing trading, right? You want to buy at a support line. And you want to make sure the RSI is showing bullish divergence. When it shows bullish divergence, it means people are buying, usually hedge funds, big banks or whatever, for stock market. I don't know if Bitcoin,
it still probably correlates to Bitcoin as well, I think,
I'm pretty sure,
or crypto.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like hedge funds, they want some Bitcoin cryptocurrency exposure, so they'll definitely buy into this as well. But usually when you see this, right, that means they're loading their warehouse, right? They want to buy for wholesale and sell it to other people for cheap when it's high. That's when they'll come out with some news, some bullish news, like El Salvador is planning to make Bitcoin their country's currency. They'll use stuff like that. That's called market maker tactics. So always look for areas like this before you buy any Bitcoin, any stock. You want to buy where other people are buying, and you want to make sure the RSI is showing bullish divergence. And that's my go-to trading edge, right? A trading edge is like anything that gives you like a high probability for success, because the stock markets and cryptocurrency, anything that has to do with trading is random, because trading, or excuse me, the market is just people buying and selling, right? Any person could just sell all their stuff and it'll just make it go down, right? Even if all your signals are showing bullish, anybody has an impact in the market. So you want to look for probability and signals, and you could always test that. And that's a video for another time, how to track stats and all that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
oh, you could go on.
No, that's a really great explanation. Pretty much, I heard of bullish diversions before, but I really haven't heard it broken down like that to really understand. So no, that's definitely solid. And buying at that support line, that does make sense as well. So pretty much, where you're waiting for it to go now. Say for example, because that support line that you were talking about buying at is at 29K. So would you say at 29K would be at the best level to buy at if it doesn't hit over that that goes back again over that 52,000 mark, you think?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like if it
Yeah.
goes below this line, I would definitely wait to buy in this area. But you're not gonna. Sometimes it's really hard to buy exactly at this area.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So we do, like, we call it demand zone, right? We'll do like a little support area, because it's never perfect, right? People are never gonna buy at one line. People are buying at like an area. This is like, you see there's a support here, and then there's the support here, and we call that zone. I'm gonna try to draw.
Yeah, that's pretty much the sweet spot right there.
Yeah.
If you could get in at that level.
Yeah, that's the perfect. And I was looking at that area. Excuse me, I'm trying to fix this. So I like to draw like support green, and then resistance red. It just helps me, like, if I just look at a chart real fast, I can already see, like, see right here, this was a support before.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a support area now. So if this breaks below that, it's gonna hit here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's definitely a place to start. That, and then RSI divergence. And I have a lot of edges. Like I save it. Like, this is another edge right here. I have channels, right? And I could explain that in another video. I don't want to get too complicated, but you should always have like some sort of channel and when you're trading, right? It just basically shows you like oversold area. The same thing as RSI, but you just use it together.
Okay. I believe that's what I was thinking of, looking at these lines, these colored lines right here, when I was talking about earlier, the Fibonacci. I think I was thinking about that. I think that's why I was got that confused. Yeah, but yeah, solid.
All right, I'm gonna let you continue on, and then I'll definitely go into more analysis the next couple videos. I don't want to do too much.
But yeah, for sure. Like, because guys, like I'm not an expert at reading these charts, but Robert is, so he could break down this stuff and give you the crazy knowledge on that. So just make sure you're definitely following him on Twitter and YouTube as well, because like this right here, this is knowledge that takes a long time. You know what I mean? Obviously, he said he was in this for 5 years, so it takes a long time to pretty much learn this and getting the information like this is very valuable. So definitely go ahead and follow him on his Twitter and YouTube. So let's get into this, because remember I was explaining about how Hex was this crazy crazy dip right here. But let's get into I'm gonna pull this article up, because actually first, before I pull that up, let's go to Coin Market Cap. All right. Hey, Robert, you see that Coin Market Cap?
Yeah, I see it.
All right. Okay, cool. So now if we go over here, right, so number 3, we see that Hex is not number 3 on Coin Market Cap. It's actually, where is it? We keep scrolling down and down and down. We don't see it, right? So let's type it in. Hex. Right? And we see on Coin Market Cap that Hex is actually number 201. right? Which is weird. It's odd because Hex is number 3 on Nomics. So why is that? And has Hex always been like that on CoinMarketCap? Well, the answer is both yes and no. When Hex debuted it, they always had Hex outside its actual position where it's supposed to be. Now, market cap really doesn't matter because there's coins that are way valuable that have a less market cap, right? So, market cap really doesn't matter. But when coins rank their when coin ranking sites rank their tokens based on market cap, then that's when it starts to be a little manipulative, if you want to put it that way. Because if Hex is number 201 on here and then number 3 on Nomics, then when people go here, they're not gonna actually know about Hex unless they're going all the way to page 3, which is type crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you got to go to 3 separate pages. Oh, well, the third page pretty much to find out about a coin that's actually number 3. So what happened on, I believe this was on Thursday or Friday, CoinMarketCap actually listed Hex by accident in its proper position. And there was a lot of people on Twitter that's not even in the Hex community talking about, yo, like, what is this coin? Like, I never heard about this. Hex, how is this number 3? Or actually, it was number 4 when it showed up on CoinMarketCap. But people were like, yo, like, what's this? Blah, blah. So it was kind of like there's this movie called They Live, and They Live, like the guy, I forgot his name, the main character, but he puts on these glasses, and when he puts on his glasses, you see like the world for what it really is, and it's kind of similar to that, it's like the veil was lifted pretty much. So so that right there is why you really can't trust a lot of these ranking websites, because they get paid a lot to show other coins. All right.
And sorry to interrupt, but if you got a bit screener, you'll see a different ranking, and it's in the top 5 in bit screener.
Yeah. And yeah, that's the weird thing, because going to these different websites, they'll have like their different rankings, right, on different coins, right? Because like if you go to Coin Paprika, for example, I think Hex is like number 5 or so on there. So you really want to go to the trusted ranking website. And also another thing, you got to understand, like CoinMarketCap, for example, is owned from the best of my knowledge, is owned by CZ, which is the guy that owns Binance. So is there some type of like conflict of interest there? It possibly can be, because if you really think about it, the coins that are listed on his exchange on Binance, if they're listed properly on here, but the coins that are not listed on his exchange are improperly listed, then what does that say? It shows a little bit of shadiness, and that right there, that's how people get wrecked, because they don't know the truth that's going on. So also, let me pull this up real quick. We're gonna talk about because there's other people that notice this. Like I said, this isn't just Hexicans that found out about this. So there's this article on I never heard about this website before, but Benzinga.com. They're talking about, has Hex cryptocurrency overtaken Cardano and Dogecoin in market capitalization? Now, this article came out September 9th, but this has happened a long time ago. Like, we've been took over Cardano and Dogecoin as far as like market cap, But being that this just showed up on CoinMarketCap out the blue, people are just like, oh, like, how did this happen? Like, oh, this they just now took over. But no, actually, it's been already for some time in the making. But let's just go over this article a little bit. Now, they have a screenshot from CoinMarketCap. Now, screenshot from CoinMarketCap indicating market cap of Hex and its 201 rank, right? This would put the coin ahead of ADA Cardano, which had a market cap of 77.7 billion at press time, and make it the 3rd largest cryptocurrency by that metric. It's worth noting that other data providers like Masari Crypto and CoinGecko don't provide a market cap or a market capitalization metric for Hex as a press time, and don't feature it in their list of top cryptocurrencies. So this isn't only a problem with CoinMarketCap. It's actually a problem with other websites as well, like CoinGecko, and they're not even showing, like, they're not giving Hex any type of rank, which is wild. Like, think about how upset people should be. Like, yo, like, how did you guys keep this secret? Like, we're trusting you guys to go get our information from you guys, and y'all holding out information. Like, that's really bad. So on what, it was actually Wednesday night. I was thinking Wednesday or Thursday, but it was Wednesday night. On Wednesday night, Hex was seen listed as the 4th largest cryptocurrency by market cap on coinmarketcap.com. Benzinga reached out to the price tracking website owned by cryptocurrency exchange Binance. There you go, right there. To clarify if this was an anomaly, but didn't receive a response as of press time. Hex disappeared from the list of top 100 cryptocurrencies an hour later, but the market cap continues to be reflected with an amount that will put it above Cardano. So not even an hour, when they realized that they slipped up, because I believe that they have some type of website update or whatever, and their programmer, one of their devs, on that website must have messed up the code, and now it was shown at number 4, when obviously they had it hidden under 201. So now let's go over real quick why it matters. Well, should the CoinMarketCap data prove to be accurate, Hex is now a larger coin than not only ADA but also Solana, which has been on a tear lately, rising 427% in the span of 30 days and 82% in a week. Yes, it has been outperforming ADA, Cardano, Solana, and Dogecoin, and it's looking like is on its way to surpass Ethereum in market cap. We'll wait and see how that happens. But going by CoinMarketCap data, Hex has also exceeded the market cap of Doge, which has shot up 4,365% this year. All right, emerging in number 8. So yeah, pretty much. I'm not going to go over the whole article, but check this out, because this is pretty interesting. It's pretty much showing what's going on with the market cap and how Binance could be manipulating, their coin ranking websites. All right. But yeah, pretty much that's it for that topic. And this is not even Hex is not even viral yet. This is still pre-viral. So with all the gatekeeping and stuff going on, it's actually giving you a little bit more time to get in before it's pre-viral. Because when this shows up, and it's a matter of when, not if, it shows up on CoinMarketCap, because they're gonna be exposed. And I don't want to say like, oh, we're gonna expose, but like people are gonna like find out themselves. And it's pretty much they're going to expose themselves, like, for not being honest. So you're still right now. This is a stage pretty much where you're still early because of this. That's of what's going on. So hey, it's not Barry yet. Yeah, just something to put out there, man. Do your own research. But yeah, you want to kind of put the pieces together for yourself, and yeah.
Oh, so we're not financial advisors.
Yeah.
We got to put that disclaimer out there. We're me and him are not financial advisors. Definitely do your own research, and anything we talk about here is just education.
Yeah. Yep. 100%. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got for that. Yeah, it's just really funny, man, because the Hex community, if you don't know about the Hex community on Twitter, like we don't hold up on nothing. So whenever there's anything that just shows like flaws, and it's not only us, there's other cryptocurrencies that are pushed under the rug, but yeah, it's definitely something you really want to watch out who you get your information from. But that's pretty much it for that one. Yeah. You got anything else, bro?
But like Hex is definitely get a lot of attention. Like the volume these last couple of days, it's been pretty crazy.
Yeah. And also, like, you're starting to get celebrities now that are talking about this. And yo, you remember Limp Bizkit?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, so Fred Durst, the dude that was wearing the red hat all the time, he actually let me pull up his real quick, because this is kind of cool. So, what's that?
So Limp Bizkit bought into Hex as well.
Well, look, if you go to Fred Durst, right, the lead guy of Limp Bizkit, if you go to the people that he's following, you see right here that
oh wow,
yeah, Pulse Chain, Hex.com, and he's following Richard Hart. So yeah, there's a lot of people that keep their investments, on the down low, but there's a lot more other celebrities that are, more vocal about it. But if you really think about it, how many more other people, how many other big name celebrities, people with big bags, and they could possibly be billionaires that we don't know of that already invested into Hex, right? So you really got to think about it like, hey, like, yeah, it's early, but there's still people that is getting known. Is getting known. So yeah, sense of urgency. No FOMO, but I'm just saying though,
I'm gonna see if Tony Hawk is following Hex as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty interesting though. I didn't know that. So
yeah, it's
I'm
crazy.
pretty sure a lot of people don't know that as well.
So what's this that we're looking at right here?
Oh yeah, I just wanted to show like the volume, and it's been getting crazy. It's for months it's just been not that much volume, and then recently just big explosion. So people are paying attention to this now, which is a good sign. You need volume to move the price up. So it's definitely good to just keep an eye on Hex. In my opinion, I think it's gonna go here and then bounce up. I'm hoping this this trend line continues, and it'll freaking just keep going.
Yeah, and that first where that line meets, that was looking like October, November, right? Around that time, I believe it was. Yeah, so yeah, you already closed it, it's all good. But so you're saying it's gonna dip by then, and that might be a buying opportunity?
Yeah. And I don't know how Pooh Sheba, that was a mistake, but she just came out in Coinbase. That's another recent news.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it just came out on Coinbase.
Okay.
But I definitely wouldn't buy in Coinbase right now. I think the price is pretty high. Like you could get on different exchanges for a lower price. So that's something to be aware of.
Okay.
If you want to get into those kind of, there's so many Shiba coins right now that I kind of lost interest on that.
Yeah, there's a lot of meme stuff, and if that's your thing, if you like taking risk and want to get into meme coins and stuff, then there may be money there. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I know a lot of people that made money off of, well, not a lot, but I know a few people that made money off of Doge. So yeah, meme. Hey, if you want to invest in some meme coins, then hey, that's
but you got to be early. So Elon Musk just made a Twitter post about him getting a new dog, Shiba, and his puppy name is Loki, right? But
hold on, Loki as in the guy from Marvel?
Yeah. So I guess somebody else made another coin, a Loki Doge coin, kind of. So when he finally got the puppy, that coin just pumped up. I'm gonna see if I can show you the post. It's just,
that just shows you, like, anything somebody says, like,
he has a lot of power over the crypto market. People were just that. So I definitely will follow him on Twitter and just keep an eye on, what he's saying. Excuse me, actually, it's Floki, not Loki. Floki.
Oh, Floki.
Yeah. I'm gonna share real quick. You can see that Floki has arrived, right? look at little memes.
Wow.
And then I saw somebody actually make a Floki coin. Look, it went up 1,000%.
Wow.
Yep.
Yo, when was that? When was that launched? That was launched. That was launched in June.
He mentioned
he was gonna name it Floki. Okay.
You know, so you got to get in. You
Wow.
got to get in early with these memes. Floki Eno, look at that.
Wow.
And let me see when this coin was made. I know I saw it posted here somewhere. Yeah. My Shiba Inu will be named Floki June 25th. So people have been anticipating this news,
Uh-huh.
you know. So like I said, you always want to get in before the news and sell, you know, when the news
Yeah.
actually comes out.
And this is the benefit of doing your own research. I know we say it a lot, but like that's the benefit of it, because if you wait for people to say it,
It's
like
too late.
it's too late. You know what I mean? That's why you got to be your own like detective and your own Sherlock Holmes
Hmm.
and really dig deep. Because that's a 10x right there. In a
Yeah,
matter of like what? Wow,
freaking, you put $1,000 in, it, you just made 10,000. You know, it's,
unbelievable.
it's crazy. You know, and then the NFTs. We were talking about that last week.
Yeah.
How the hype in the NFT market is usually like, you know, Sinclair. He's the one that said it. He said usually the hype in the NFT market is a bearish sign for Bitcoin. And
Mhm.
literally, you know, the next couple of days, Bitcoin market crashed. You know,
Yeah.
because
Uh.
people been
Uh-huh.
coming out with these NFT projects. You know, 10,000 NFTs, or 10,000 every day. You know.
Yeah, and that's putting a lot of stress on the Ethereum network for sure. But
Hmm.
yeah, wow, that's and also Bitcoin also did dump from the El Salvador news. So there was a few reasons why Bitcoin had that dump, and hey, could it dump even more? There's always some FUD stories going on where they try to shake you out. They'll say, hey, like, you know the U.S. government, the SEC has filed something. Oh, that happened too a few days ago. The SEC filed something against damn, who was it? I think it was Celsius or Coinbase or one of these platforms, because they had a lending coin or a lending program set up. I forgot who it is, and I don't even know how to research that. But yeah, like because stuff like that, there's gonna be a dip. They're gonna be like, oh, the SEC, they're regulating stuff now. We got to get out, blah blah blah, or else you're gonna like any type of fight they will do to try to get you out, shake you out the market, and then buy your bags at a cheaper price. They're gonna do.
Hmm.
So yeah, and that's another reason why Bitcoin dumped as well.
Yeah,
But
so don't
mhm.
listen to people in the news. Like, I remember
Yeah.
when I first started stocks, right? Netflix just came out, right? And being that I watch Netflix, I wanted to invest in Netflix. But all you see in the news is, Netflix can't get enough subscribers, like a bunch of FUD, like he was saying, fear mongering to drive that price down, so
Mhm.
the big banks, they could buy for cheap. And I didn't know any better, and I never touched Netflix again after that. You know,
Yeah.
so do your own research and don't worry about the news.
Mhm.
They'll try to put so much fear in you. You know,
Yeah,
if,
uh-huh.
if you have a certain valuation for something, stick to that. Stick to it. Do not listen to news.
Yeah, they're definitely not. They don't have you at their best interest. I really feel that this is a wealth transfer going on right now. And there's a lot of people that didn't have the opportunity to become wealthy or becoming wealthy now. And the rich, they're gonna do whatever it takes to stay rich.
Hmm.
And who do you think really like has more influencers or more influence to like these news outlets, these media outlets? The rich people that are already rich, or the people that are starting, to invest and everything like that. People, obviously the people that are already rich, these hedge funds and stuff, they already have their bread. They want to keep their money where it's at. So
Yeah.
they have a lot of influence between the media outlets, the news outlets, the
Hmm.
banks, and so on and so forth. So yeah, they'll say anything to shake you out, to get you nervous, and take your position.
And
Yeah.
I want to say this generation, we're smarter because we know when the stock market crashes, right? It's not gonna keep going down. So many people, they bought that dip, and they got rich off of it. You
Mm.
know, people know now. The stock market crash is not the end of the world. That's the time to buy.
Hmm.
Everybody's watching Warren Buffett. Our generation has gotten smarter.
Yeah, because of YouTube, because of stuff like this, like
Hmm.
platforms like how we're on right now. just learning, and you're going to be a step ahead of, the older generations, that aren't really, really into it like that. We have the advantage of, YouTube and stuff to learn what's going on. So yeah, take that, take that as an advantage, apply it as well. Don't just, sit around and learn it. You have to apply it. But whatever information that you get online, apply that to get the advantage from it.
Yeah, like I learned the hard way. When I first started out, I joined a bunch of chat rooms, and they pump and dump low float stocks, and I didn't know any better. I had to learn the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm willing to teach anybody for free. If you just follow me on Twitter and you want to learn, you have any questions, I can answer any questions you want.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wanted to talk about a little bit more about the stock market.
Yeah.
So, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so this is the S&P 500, and as you can see, like, it looks like it's trending down. So like, if it breaks that trend line, I think that's a sign to be bearish overall in the market. Remember, the S&P 500 is basically an index of 500 of the big companies, large caps, stuff like that. Like Apple, Microsoft, and I think there's a way to see the weighting of what's in the index. I can't remember how to do it. I usually use Thinkorswim. It has it on there. But anyways, like, you can see that big red volume. It's kind of it's looking kind of bearish right now. So if just be mindful, if you want to start a position, I would definitely kind of hold off on it, because it's been uptrending since the beginning of the year. That's a long uptrend. So if it breaks over this line, I think it might go to 410 maybe.
Okay.
So and some stocks that I'm looking at right now is VOXX. It's pretty low. It just broke this downtrend. This is called the descending triangle. And I'll show you that later. That's actually a part of technical analysis. It's a pattern of trading. Usually when it breaks out of this, it's a good sign, right? It broke out of the downtrend. It's trading sideways, and then it's going to go up. And then what I like about this stock right here is that you can see the director, he's buying a lot of shares since September. Is it? No, since August. August this year, he's been buying. Yeah, since August. He's been buying a lot of shares, and I'm not talking about a little bit of money, 200,000, 175,000. He's buying a lot. So you want to look at what insiders are buying, and and the financials as well. Like, this company doesn't have that much debt, and I like to look at that too. Total operating expenses, how much are they spending? How much are they making? And the gross profit too. So their total revenue, right? How much the company's making is growing. It went from 394, 563, 628. Revenue is pretty important. You want to make sure the company's growing in their revenue all the time. You know what I mean? And then the cost of revenue is growing, but that's okay. They're still making profit, right? These companies are losing money. And you could go to the balance sheet too, how much assets they have. Assets is like, real estate, tangible products, which is, what are they selling? What is this company selling? And the auto parts, right? This company selling. And I would definitely do more research. Don't just listen to me buy. This is not financial advice. This is just something that I'm watching myself and something I'm going to be trading. And as you can see, like the assets are growing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
Now,
wouldn't.
let me ask you this. Now, like the assets that the company has, because I remember when Tesla, when they bought Bitcoin, the value of their, Elon's, Tesla went up because of their assets. The value of the assets being having to hold Bitcoin, their assets grew in, you know, and the total value. So what do you think about something like that? Like holding something that's volatile like Bitcoin, is that good or bad for the investment if they hold like Bitcoin or cryptocurrency as an asset?
Yeah, see, that's another thing you want to research, right? Because
What type of assets
you,
they're holding? You're saying
yeah,
research that. Okay.
you don't want to buy a company that owns, like, if they don't, a lot of companies, they could artificially inflate their financials to look good. So definitely look into what they're buying. Like Tesla's been going, it hasn't been trading like it used to. Honestly, like it was crazy when it first came out. And I knew about Tesla for a long time, and I knew they were the reason why it went up so much is because they were gonna list in the S&P 500. But once they listed themselves in the S&P 500, it's been trading sideways because now they're pretty much at the mercy of how the S&P is trading. You know what I mean? Before it was a small cap, right? It was small cap, low float. But they did, I think, a reverse split, or no, yeah, a reverse split. No, they split it. They didn't do a reverse split. Excuse me. They split the stock to make it cheaper, so more people could buy it.
I remember that. I remember that exactly when Elon tweeted like, "Yeah, I think the Tesla price is too high or something," and they eventually split the stock, and people were like, "Oh, I buy it at 100 or whatever the value was from the split."
Yeah.
Um,
But stock splits are usually good for companies, right? Like Apple did a lot of stock splits. Microsoft did a lot. Microsoft did it. So a lot of people were anticipating that news. Remember, buy the news, saw the rumor. Once it listed in the exchange, it hasn't been the same since. It's been trading like crap. I don't even trade this anymore.
Why do you think that is though? Because why since they put their in a S&P 500 is going sideways now,
Because
more like a downtrend.
Because stocks in the S&P 500, right? They follow how the S&P is going, right? You know what I mean? Like Apple, Microsoft, all those stocks are in S&P 500, and they don't trade like Tesla used to trade.
So because you just showed the S&P chart now, even though that chart is still trending up.
Yeah, but you
right?
see how
So isn't
you see how Apple is going down, right? That's because the S&P 500 is going down. But actually, Apple, all these, I'm gonna see if I can show you the weighting. If you can see my screen still, you still see it?
Yeah.
So the S&P 500 is weighted, and by weighted I mean like the big large cap companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, Google, Tesla.
Those
Now,
have the most influence, pretty much.
yeah, exactly. So,
Okay.
so usually if these big companies, they do bad on their earnings and they're saying they lost money, the whole S&P 500 will go down. So say Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Facebook, they both lost a lot of money this year. Guess what is going to happen? S&P 500 is going to go down, and then even though Tesla had good earnings, it's more than likely to go down now since it's part of that index.
Interesting.
So it's just something to be aware of.
Okay.
And then, like I was saying, to me, I like the VOXX. It's because insiders are buying it, and then the financials they look pretty decent to me. And when I look for financials, right, I want to make sure that their liability, which is how much are they borrowing from the bank, and their debt. I want to make sure that's lower than the actual amount of assets, right? The 550. So that's something I like to look for. And usually when it's you can actually screen for stocks like this too, like in the screener and Finviz.
Mm.
Just do like low long-term debt and equity. Just make sure it's low, and debt and equity, make sure that's low as well. And then insider transactions, positive. And then I like to look at a low market cap, right? Micro under 300 million, and then average volume over 50,000. And that's usually how I find these gems. This company's buying a lot. The insiders are buying. See, ACHV. So you find something like that, and then you do AEI was another big one that was pumping up pretty hard. I actually alerted this on my Twitter from the scanner that I'm using, and it went from I don't know, I can't really zoom in on this, but anyways, it went from $2, I think.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Like about two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's still going up. I think it could reach $5. And then a lot of insider ownership too. Insider transactions, 100%. Institutional transaction, 465%. So banks and the insiders are buying it. So that's something to be aware of. AIKI, another good one. So yeah, I literally just use screeners like that to find good stocks. ARTL, this could be a good one, right? And then actually I'm gonna show you one stock that actually went up like crazy, right? This went up like crazy, but they're actually diluting shares on this, so it's likely to go down the next couple days. And like, I usually don't trade China stocks because they manipulate the financials a lot. They'll make it look like a good buy, like high, a lot of profit, a lot of revenue, a lot of net income, but usually it's all manipulated financials. So I'm not big on swinging China. Like, you can make a lot of money. Definitely don't put a lot of money in there, because there's actually documentaries of how a lot of these China companies, they use like fake companies, fake buildings, with no employees, and they'll cook the books. Yeah. So
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of like holding these overnight. Like, if you want to day trade it, for sure, don't hold any China stocks overnight, unless it's like a big one like Alibaba, right? Alibaba.
Yeah.
And even Alibaba has been like recent news of like China regulations. They don't want companies like this to be a monopoly, right? So they've been fining these companies for being too big. So this has been going down just on that a lot. Look, it went from $300 to $168 just because of crackdown, Beijing crackdown. They've been fining these companies just for being too damn big.
Really? So why don't these companies just move out? You know what I mean? Like, is it not that easy?
Yeah, I don't think so. That's a really good question. And what other big Chinese companies? I can't remember.
I remember hearing about Alibaba back when I was working at Amazon, like in 2016. So
TME is a Tencent. Tencent is like a big music company for China. Same thing, just based on regulation.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, China stocks are too risky, way too risky. Yeah, see, Alibaba is like their largest company. I think Lulu is China. No, Lulu's not Chinese. Excuse me. Baidu and Billy. These are big too. Big Chinese companies. Yeah, Billy and Baidu. Went from $150 to $80. Same thing. And people were so bullish on this, when it first came out. So yeah,
wow.
I'm not a fan of it. Just something to keep in mind.
Okay. Interesting. Oh yeah. There we go. All right. Man. So yeah, that's definitely some good information. We're pretty much at the hour mark right now. So that was timed up pretty good. But yeah, pretty much that's it that we got for you guys this week. And next week, you know, we'll be here. We'll give you guys some updates of what's going on. But pretty much that's about it. You guys can find me on my Twitter is right here, Sinclair Crypto. It's at Hex on Dex. And Robert, you got your any information you want to plug in on where they can reach you?
Yeah, Robert Prince at Traders Fearless. That's my Twitter, or you could go to fearlesstraders.com. Also check out my YouTube channel as well. All you got to do is type in search Fearless Traders and I'll be on there. Our live streams, they'll be recorded too. They'll be in my channel and Sinclair's as well. So definitely, if you want to watch it again, check it out.
Yeah, and we'll put all the links in the description of the websites, all the articles, the tool that Robert was using for the filter. Like we'll put all that stuff in the description that you guys can go to. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe the video, and we'll catch you guys next week. And take care. Peace.
Thank you for watching.